And what can a person do to prevent dementia? Oh, help with spaces in between. Help prevent or reverse, maybe even halt early signs of dementia. Well, what is dementia? Dementia is the fact that something's not firing in your brain on all cylinders. What can you do when your car is sputtering and backfiring and only running on 6 of its 8 cylinders? Well, try to find out what's wrong with your engine. And the thing that's wrong with most people's brain these days is because of all the dietary wisdom, low fat, coupled with this misguided obsession that to lower your so-called cholesterol, again, a misnomer, lower your LDL, the healthier you're going to be. And then when you turn around and take a look at the human brain and what it's made of, you find out it's made up of pretty well fat and cholesterol. And it needs all that fat and all that cholesterol to fire on all cylinders. So what we're doing is we're prescribing, under the cloak of a, quote, healthy diet, what should more aptly be named the mental illness diet, the dementia diet. Or you pick your mental illness of choice, the autism diet. And our entire medical community is recommending that to all of their patients. And you know how I feel about that. I ran about that more than anything. And then they can come along and help you manage the decline, cheerleading you on all the way with propaganda and nonsense, phony studies, and God, don't get me started. The obvious nature of that simple truth is what frustrates me and makes me rant. And that's a whole nother story about why maybe ranting is sometimes the only way to bust up the brainwashing. Maybe you need that shock value. Maybe calm, logical discussion just doesn't do it. You need to share, looking at Nick Cage in the movie Moonstruck and screaming at the top of her lungs, "Snap out of it!" That's where I think my YouTube channel has digressed to. Sheer frustration. So, dementia is caused by the lack of fat in your diet and the artificially lowering of your LDL against the will of all of your ancient chemistry and physiology to get it up where it needs to be. And that is why, in the few little tests that have been done, like going into a nursing home, putting these poor dementia patients on a high-fat diet, not lowering their cholesterol, taking them off their statins, they get their brains back in so many cases. It is so obvious. You don't even have to know a lot for you to know how obvious it is. And that's why the only thing that you can possibly do to fix this trend of nursing home construction that's going on in this country and hospice construction is to convince people, where the hell did you get the idea that eating fat is deadly for you? Your doctor told you? Which is why I'm on a rampage, even though I know that not all doctors are bad, but a rampage against the whole medical community. And I end up ranting.